What is up, fellow bench warmers? This is your daily fantasy quickie. What's up, guys? It's another quickie for you guys. It's your daily fantasy habit, hopefully. You included us as part of your day, part of your habit. And before we start with the quickie, in case you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to our Facebook page. The YouTube channel. And in case you are into audio only, Spotify, you can follow us there, and Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasts. Let's get things started with our quickie, Komish.
Yes.
Nice
Hello
set
to
of
everyone.
games today. Where do we start? Do we start with a worry?
We start with some injury reports, maybe.
Okay.
D'Angelo Russell
Is out.
Yes. Yep. So, I guess I don't know if Patrick Beverley will be able to play, but if he's gonna be able to play, I think he's gonna be a good streamer for the meantime.
Mm-hmm. I think Patrick Beverley is also game time decision.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Patrick Beverley on my team, one of my teams, and he is currently GTD, so I'm not sure if he's...
So if he's not gonna be able to play, Jordan how do you say his name?
Jordan
McLaughlin would be the beneficiary. Although tomorrow it's not really a streaming day because there will be a lot of games tomorrow. Yep. Almost every team has a game, so you might not be able to use him then. So maybe after, if Russell's injury looks like it's not going to be a one game thing, because he wasn't able to practice also today, so he might miss a couple more. So if Beverly or McLaughlin will be available, then you could consider them.
Another injured player is Ayton, although they don't have a game tomorrow, I think. Ayton was out today
with a leg contusion.
Yep.
And we told you to pick up Javal McGee, and today he played quite well together with Frank Kaminsky. I didn't expect Frank Kaminsky to play well, but I'm not asking you to chase Frank Kaminsky. I think Frank is a one game thing. In my opinion, it's a one game thing. So don't pick him up.
I streamed JaVale. Yes.
Yeah. So you should be happy.
I was looking into two players today, either JaVale or Dedmon, because Adebayo was iffy as well, but he played today. Dedmon was decent. 10 points, 5 rebounds was not bad for a streamer.
Dedmon is actually not bad for streaming purposes. He's been solid. Like Gorgie Dieng also. This is for deep leagues, guys. These are for deep leagues. And for just last resort streaming purposes. Yep. So these players might help you. And then there's some good news in Toronto and some bad news. Pascal Siakam was going to be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So if you have Siakam, that's good. They already predicted November 15. So in 2 weeks, it's exactly November 15. Mm-hmm. So I think more or less at those days, he'll be back. And then Scotty Barnes is out again tomorrow. So that's 2 straight games he's out. And he's been ruled out days in advance. So kind of
worrying.
Questionable, worrying, because...
But I think Scotty Barnes is more of a hand injury, right?
Thumb injury.
So at least...
that's scary for me. It might be a ligament or something. Or are they not?
Yeah, but comparing it, I'm just looking at the positive side here. I'd rather have that than maybe a knee injury or an ankle.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's more, that's easier to control, right? You can easier to recover from. Who else? Any injury?
Well, according to Yahoo, Brogdon and Kristaps will play tomorrow. But let's see, because they've said they wanted to play. So hopefully for us managers of these two guys, they really play tomorrow. And I want to see them play because especially for Brogdon, I want to see what happens in the rotation.
Yep.
What happens to Chris Duarte?
What happens to... Well, LeVert is still not playing all out. He's on minutes restrictions, I think.
But LeVert is playing very well. He's been playing very well.
Yes.
Actually, this is a sell high moment. Levert is not in the players we're going to talk about today, but this is a bonus for you guys. Sometimes there's that adrenaline rush when you play the first few games and you play so well. And then, Jarrett Allen
in
effect,
fairness
something
to
like that.
in fairness to Levert, he's a decent fantasy player. It's just the field goal that's up and down or
Yes.
but overall he can contribute in a lot of categories: scoring, rebounding, even in assist for a small forward. He has that, and some
Well, we haven't
steals.
seen Levert with a complete team though. We
Yep.
haven't seen him with Brogdon, so that I want to see. I want to see how Duarte adjusts to having everybody around. But
Yep.
for me, Levert, if you can, people will see that hey, he's just starting to come back and he's playing so well. You might get something for him. I will try to do that because Levert is like Brogdon. He's not, I don't know when he's gonna be hurt again.
Yeah.
So he's very very fragile. So I think he's a sell high guy.
Yeah. So yep. Hopefully we'll get to find out tomorrow. Tomorrow there'll be a lot of games. But let's talk about today. Anyone else on the injured report?
That's it.
No.
I think that's it.
All right. So let's talk about today. Let's talk about some of our worrying players. Cade Cunningham.
Yeah. One of the worst
Another
starts.
stinker.
One of the worst starts for a first pick. I don't know how Kwame Brown and Michael Olowokandi did or Anthony Bennett did in their first two games. But, well, at least in recent memory, because those guys are the era of Jeremy. But in my era, I don't know.
I wasn't too involved yet in fantasy during those times. But I watched part of the Detroit game because I wanted to see Isaiah Stewart. Well, Detroit's bad, so
yes, the offense is bad. The offense is bad because it's not just Cade, it's not just Stewart. Everybody doesn't look good. Even Jeremy Grant is already the guy that's been decent, but even Jeremy Grant, sometimes the shots are a little forced. There's no flow in the offense, and of course, a veteran like Jeremy Grant can find ways to score. But for rookies and young players like Cade and Stewart, it's going to be harder because they're still adjusting to the NBA. That's why, I don't know. It's really bad right now.
Cade, though, is a little lost. I've watched the game. And you wouldn't really notice him. He's not being aggressive. There's really not much there. I think he's a little bit lost yet. Still, let's just remember, this is just his second game with the Team A, as you call it, right? He played preseason Summer League. Is it Summer League? I think Summer League. And then he didn't even play the preseason. So, I know you probably won't drop Cade after 2 games, but
and you can't trade him now because the value is kind of sunk at this point.
Yeah.
So you have to just wait and see that. I guess there's no way down anymore. He's shooting 13% from the field. This should be the worst that he can look, right? So it will be better from here on. But my hot take with Cade is I don't think he's gonna be a top 100 this year, by totals or by average, by per game, unless maybe mid-season they fire Dwayne Casey and have a new coach that is better as developmental coach.
Yep.
So that might help him. But if not, he'll get his stats because he's talented. He'll get the rebounds, assists that we hope he will. And the 3-pointers will fall. The shots will fall eventually. But it might not be in an efficient manner. The turnovers will be higher. The field goal percentage would remain low. So that is just what I think about Cade. He's trending down right now.
Yeah.
And he's not going to be the top rookie for sure.
Well, the top rookie so far has probably been so far ahead than the rest of the rookie group, right?
Yes.
And I would believe that's Evan Mobley so far.
Yes. And remember, Cade did not have a preseason either. He didn't play in the preseason also.
Yep.
So he did not practice for a long time. So this is basically his preseason. So you have to give him maybe 5, 6, 7 games before he gets to his normal self. That's a big deal for a rookie not to have a preseason and then just play
absolutely.
right away,
And
right? So yeah.
like we said, rookies struggle with the pace of the NBA, and we always hear that, not just in the fantasy sense, but in the real basketball sense. It's not what they're used to, and
Yes,
sometimes
yes.
rookies get overwhelmed with the pace of the NBA. So we'll see. I mean, he is the first pick, and but the only worry I have is his game is not as good yet as maybe Mobley's. Mobley we thought was a little raw, but so far I think he fits the system well as well. I mean,
I think what's good about Mobley was they did not um they tried to make the system work for him also.
yep,
For the coach, they had the whole preseason and everything. They thought about it. They put some shooters around also. There's Garland also. And they've been playing him heavy minutes. They have
yep,
not been babysit. I know he's physically not there yet. That's why I think playing him at center at this point of his career would be a bad move.
yeah,
So they did was make 3 bigs, put Jarrett Allen and Laurie beside him. So in a way, he's been playing in the perimeter at times
yep,
defensively. So that helped him. I think that's very smart of Cleveland. That's why it helped Mobley. I haven't
uh,
seen that with Detroit so far with Cade.
yeah.
If they were smart, as I said, they would have put Killian Hayes on the bench and make Cade the point guard
If
and
they
just
were
let him.
if they were
Right?
smarter, Isaiah Stewart would be top 50 right now.
Do you think Isaiah Stewart is good? That's a big question mark right now. Last year it's a
Okay, so
rookie
here's
year,
my take.
so
I watched the game. Maybe, I don't know, but a slight comparison would probably be Robert Williams, in the sense that they're not scorers. They're not relied upon scoring, but we expect rebounding and blocks and steals. The problem is he is not as agile or as fast as Robert Williams. He's a
he's not
slower.
athletic.
He's not athletic. He's weird when he plays. Right? He's just big.
I think he's a bigger. I don't know. He's actually very skilled offensively. He's
He
skilled
is.
offensively,
He is.
and that's
He
why
probably is
I
more skilled than Robert Williams, in the sense that Robert
yes,
Williams can just go up there and dunk it. He
yes,
can make some moves offensively.
and he has an outside shot. He has a decent outside shot.
Yeah.
Uh,
But he's just not featured. It's
he's not
just weird.
featured.
He
Yes,
is not. If you look at him, you won't see a basketball player. You
yeah,
won't immediately see this guy is a good basketball player.
he has
That's
a
not
big
what you see.
body.
Yep. So he doesn't look like a really good basketball player, but I wouldn't say that he is not. It's just that the impression is he's not. So
No,
still
here's
a
my
wait and
thing.
see.
Here's my thing with Isaiah Stewart. He was drafted not because of his skill, or it was because of his physical attributes, plus the fact that he has the highest motor of the draft at that time. He
Mhm.
was a very energetic and really energy guy. So you put him there, even if he doesn't do much, he's gonna impact the game. And that's what I haven't seen this year with Detroit. That's why I think the morale of the team is really low.
Yeah,
Because if a guy like Stewart looks like that, then maybe there's really a change
he's
that has to be
not
done.
being showcased, and that's another
And that's
challenge.
maybe why his motor is not there this year, unlike last year. But
He is not
uh,
being showcased.
I guess buy low is buy low. I mean, if it's really low, okay, but maybe adjust your expectations also. He was
Yep,
picked in the 60s, early 70s, maybe late 60s. Maybe it's more of the 100, 105, 110 range.
yep.
So adjust your
Yeah,
expectations with
just
Stewart.
don't expect too much anymore.
Yeah.
Both from Cade and I guess from Isaiah Stewart. Another player that you have high hopes for, Luka Doncic. Um, Luka is not there, not there
Luka,
at the
well,
top.
I mean, people will say, well, he's averaging 24, 7, and 7. So what do you expect? What do you want? I mean, if we're gonna if we're gonna hit on James Harden, right? We have to also criticize Luka. We have to be fair. I mean, Harden's numbers are almost similar to Luka.
Yep. But we expect
So
more from Harden.
I don't know. Do you expect more from Harden or Luka?
I expect more from Harden. Not a big
Well,
Luka fan from where he's being drafted early in the first. But yeah, so that means my expectations are lower. I, that's
yeah, you
how
look
I,
at it.
that's
You
how
look
I
at it
see
that
it.
way. Yeah, that's you see it that way. I see it like Luka has been picked second, means sometimes first. So I have a higher expectation with him because of that. I mean, it's unreasonable for him to be a top 3 pick, but of course, because of the Luka fans, that happens. He's always been there
Because of the
sometimes.
upside, managers pick him because of the upside. He's young.
Yes.
He's shown he can dominate games. So he has that upside.
So
But
for you, Harden is more disappointing than Luka this year
no,
so
I'm
far.
not
So
really
far, we're talking
disappointed
about.
with Harden. I'm okay with the numbers he gives me so far. I mean, the free throws are not there yet, but if he scores, 28 and 8, that's okay. I mean, that's for me not too bad. I would have wanted a little more, but I don't think it's a make or break thing for me.
Harden is actually 19.7.6, 18.6, 7.6, and
Yeah.
8.6 with a steal and a block and 3 3-pointers. So his free throws is better than Luka, but his field goal is worse. He's only shooting 39%. So that's something. I would say I'm more disappointed with Luka only because Harden is out of shape because of the hamstring. So I expect this to. There's a reason for this. For Luka, I have always just expected him to just pile on the counting stats. 30,
Yep.
10, 10, something like
Yep.
that. Maybe our expectations are just too high because of what he has been doing. He's always been dependable with those counting stats, and this year it has been up and down. That's why it's kind of weird to see it sometimes. Luka struggling.
He's
I
not
don't
yet there.
know.
I think adjustment as well. There are a lot of factors maybe
Mhm.
affecting Luka. I'm sure the owners are not yet as worried because
Of course, it's Luka.
he is still giving them the numbers. Some not so bad numbers. I mean, um, which first rounder is really struggling right now?
Dame.
Dame,
Of course,
right?
Dame.
I mean,
Yeah.
at least he's not giving you Dame numbers.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's a big drop off, right? I mean, the Dame numbers are really bad.
Yes, the Dame numbers are bad. The Dame doesn't give you as much of the counting stats
Yep.
as Luka, so
Yep.
that's one. But yeah, I think in a way, Luka fans are still,
The way
it's
I see
okay.
it, it could have been worse.
It could have been worse.
If you own Luka, it could have been worse, right? It could have
That's
been
true. That's
worse.
true. That's true.
And if you are feeling bad about Luka or Harden not playing well,
Look
talk
at
to
Lillard.
the Damian Lillard manager, right? And you'll feel better. I guess that's the motivation there, right?
And for me, as I said, I will take Luka as a first rounder only because he's kind of a durable player.
Yeah.
He doesn't have those like small injuries here or there. Usually, so far in his career, knock on wood, he has been, even with small injuries, he plays through it.
Yeah.
So that is the reason why I'm still okay with Luka compared to the other like Harden or Embiid. So at
So I
least
think
there's that.
Luka will be fine. We're just a
Will
little
be
worried
fine.
because
Yeah, Luka will be
the
fine. Luka
triple
will be
doubles
fine.
are not there. We usually want like triple doubles, some of the triple doubles there.
But Luka will be fine. But Luka is not better Luka. Yeah, I think this
Not
year.
yet the better Luka
Not
this
yet.
year.
Not yet. The Luka who is really a legit top 5, top 10. Not
And
yet.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's a little worse than last year because
Yes.
he's not starting very well.
Yes.
So don't be surprised if that happens. Yeah, and another player struggling, Devin Booker.
Yeah, this
I
is another
have
guy.
one Devin Booker, and I really regret it. I don't know what I was thinking. It was more of an experiment, and I looked into my team and I said, I probably need threes and some scoring early on, so I picked Devin Booker.
The question is, when did you pick Devin Booker? I think that's the question with him. The
I
numbers
couldn't
of
remember.
the numbers of
It's high.
Devin
It's high.
Booker.
For sure, it's high. If not, I think probably the fourth round.
Yeah. Devin Booker last year was out of the top 60 or 70 after the whole season rankings. So this year, I expected him to be down, maybe the 40s or the 50s. But he was being drafted late 20s and sometimes early 30s. So that was a little high. But if, let's say, he went to the Ja Morant range, maybe to the 40s or late 40s, maybe 40s to 50, then this would not be as bad. But so far, since you picked him very high,
I
third
think I
round,
picked him 40. I just
yeah,
checked now.
at 40, that's okay, but still disappointing, but not as
Yeah.
bad as picking him in the 20s or the 30s, right? Which some managers did. With him, I think the problem is still the same. The shooting has been bad so far, and so the scoring has not been there. As we said, he doesn't get steals, he doesn't get blocks. His
Yep.
threes has been down. So I do expect him to bounce back, though. Though with Devin Booker, I expect him to not be ranked 82. I expect him to be a top 40 player this year when all is said and done. I think he's gonna go back to 25 points, maybe 2.5 threes, and around 43-44% field goal. I think he'll reach there. It's just a slow start, maybe because of the finals and the Olympics.
Yeah.
Maybe a little tired.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed on Devin Booker. We talked about De'Aaron Fox a lot, and
Still getting a lot of questions about Fox.
yeah. So
What do you think about Fox?
I haven't really watched Sacramento games, but the only ones I want, the one I watched, I like I said, I didn't see him as aggressive as last year. Yeah, but the
the
surprising
usage,
thing about Sacramento, and more than the usage, I guess, is that they are competing.
yeah, they're competing. Like today in Utah, Luke Walton really did a good job. I think.
Yep.
He tightened the rotation, playoff rotation. Only 8 players played, so that's good. That's good because it's a big game. It's a
Well,
big
that's
game.
good in the real basketball sense, but that could be bad for De'Aaron Fox because they might have scaled down on his usage just to
Actually,
be a
no.
better team.
His usage is actually at par with his career
Last
usage.
year.
He's 27%. So that might be what it looks like, that the usage was scaled down because of Davion. But when you look at the numbers, it's not been the case. It's just when you watch him a while ago, he's been missing layups. He's been missing point blank layup
Could
floaters.
be the ball.
I don't know I don't know if it's really the ball, but the floaters. I mean, Davion Mitchell had a great game today, and Davion Mitchell was making all those floaters that I think Fox taught him because Fox was getting those same things, so same attempts, but he was really missing them. So I was looking, he was 1 out of 10 already, and I was watching the whole game. He's 1 out of 10. I was saying he has not even attempted a 3-pointer outside shot. All his shots were his usual floater or drive. So well,
So maybe this is another case of Dame like struggle, early struggles. I don't know. I don't have any Fox. I wasn't really high on Fox, but
yeah, I've never had Fox. I've never had Fox. That's the funny and ironic thing. I've never owned him until this year. I have 2 of him in our FBW leagues. At that, 2 of our FBW leagues, I picked him up in both of those leagues because both of those leagues I was second or third pick. So it just happened that when the third round or fourth round came, Fox was the guy there. And
he usually is there.
Yeah. And since I had the point guard, that's my first pick, I usually want another one to help the categories that I feel I'm strong at. So I picked him. I said this would be good because Fox has been very good in the preseason and everything, but well, too bad.
Yeah, well, hopefully he picks it up soon. yeah, so those are our worry. Nikhil Alexander Walker is another worry player of ours, a lower tiered player.
Yeah, he's still value though. If you want to trade him, a lot of player managers are still,
Yeah,
high on him.
still a hype guy. I mean, a lot of players managers are still, willing a player that it won't be hard to trade.
But he's a head scratching guy, and I watch part of the game when he takes a shot. The coaching staff, just scratches their head sometimes because the shots are the shots are really out of this world sometimes. I don't understand how he has that confidence to take those step back 3-pointers and those things when he's not even like a good shooter. But
Yeah.
I don't know. He's gonna kill your field goal for sure this year. Marcus Smart 2.0, as I said.
All right. Those are our worry players for today. Let's talk about some must roster players that uh might be there in your waiver wires. I've seen some of these players there, a few of these players there. First, Josh Hart.
Yeah,
He should have been picked up when he started to play. I mean, he didn't play as well in this first game, so it won't be hard to pick him up.
and Ingram is out.
Yeah, Ingram is out, and he
Zion
is
is out.
like you said in your quickie, the written one, the rebounding for Josh Hart is, I could say for a guard, is really good.
Mm-hmm. Really good. Really good.
The rebounding is really good. I mean, last year before he went down with the injury, he was having sometimes 11, 12 rebounds, double digit rebounding.
Yes.
So it's really, I could say, elite for a guard.
Yes. It was elite for a guard. And when you watch the Pelicans, they're 1-7, by the way. So they have the worst record in the NBA.
You know what's dragging them down?
What?
The weight of Zion.
Oh. Yeah, the 300-pound weight of Zion. But when you watch them, they're young. They're a very young team. The real veterans there, not even Ingram, is really Jonas and Josh Hart.
Yeah.
So the coach really needs him in the court sometimes to stabilize the team a little bit. So I guess the role is there for Hart. I put this not as a buy players, more of these players should be rostered in standards in 14 teams.
If you see them in your
waiver wire,
you should pick them up. And even I think even in 12 teams,
a little bit,
you might be holding to a player that's not probably rosterable, but could be a streamer anyway. Like I feel like DeAndre Hunter is being rostered in 12 teams by a lot of teams, and I think in a 12-team league he could be just a streamer for now.
At this point, yes.
Right?
We were high on him, but
we were high because he was being drafted really low, like 120, 130.
But you have to adjust. When you see that it's just not there, you have to move on. And it doesn't matter if he was drafted. Yep. Josh Hart will be a better player right now. In 12-team leagues, when Ingram is out, I think Josh Hart is a must roster also. Yeah. While Ingram is out. If Ingram comes back, maybe just borderline also. Maybe just borderline.
Hassan Whiteside, we talked about Hassan Whiteside. I mean, if you need the blocks and the rebounding and the field goal, good field goal won't really hurt you. He is the guy.
He's 31% owned only, and
he's been streamed. I think the reason why he's so low in ownership is because he's been streamed.
But in 14-team league again, he should not be available in your waiver wires, and he should not be there. He should not be there. If he's there, pick him up. The free throws, a listener alerted me that he's been perfect from the free throw line this year, 11 out of 11.
Yeah.
And he said it's a new stroke of Whiteside. So I said I didn't notice it. I just picked him up in some of my leagues because I like the rebounding and the blocks.
Yeah.
And it's no cost at all. It's free from the waiver. So and finding
it's
a
hard
like
to drop him right now. I mean, I've been wanting to stream his spot, but I just couldn't drop him because
no, you don't drop him.
Those blocks are valuable. Like if it's hard to look for players who have elite blocks, right?
If he shoots his free throw like that, if he's gonna be not 100%, of course, let's say just 80%, he's better than Zubac, basically, right now. I mean, Zubac starting, but Zubac is not getting, 20 minutes a game. And Whiteside is averaging 17 minutes a game. So it's just the same thing. 7.7 rebounds, 1.5 blocks, and good free throw field goal. That's Zubac, basically. Right?
We all know that Whiteside is a good per minute
Yeah.
player. So Whiteside should be owned. We talked about Jalen Brunson a couple of weeks ago, I think, last week. If you picked him up last week, he was still available. If you picked him up, you probably haven't dropped him because he's been playing really well. He's been playing really well.
I had to stream his roster spot, but I think that was a wrong move. Watching the Mavs or looking at the Mavs with Kristaps out, who's the other guy there? I mean,
he's starting, by the way.
He started today, and then he played. How many points did he have today? I don't 20 something points, I think, today. So I think again in 12. So at this point, maybe even 12 team leagues. I think he can be rostered. He can be rostered. He's a must roster in 14 team leagues. Not a streamer in 14 team leagues anymore.
And the two Bucks here, Bobby Portis and Pat Connaughton. Connaughton has been dropped, but I dropped one of my Connaughton.
Okay.
I couldn't remember who. I think I picked up Josh Hart for that.
Okay.
That spot.
That's okay.
And then Portis is getting his stride now. I mean, he started slow, but he got his game going the last game.
And Chris Middleton must confirm COVID, Mike Budenholzer said, and there are symptoms. So this is not the typical COVID that, no symptoms, just wait it out, quarantine. This would mean a longer... Because if you have symptoms, I read that you have to have no symptoms first before the time will start for you. Like when you're already okay with all your symptoms, you're perfect already, then they start 7 days, I think, from that time. I think that's what I heard.
Yep.
So that might mean that Middleton...
stricter quarantine rules.
Yes. That might mean he will be out longer. So the Pat Connaughtons out there should be kept for now. He's a must roster.
Yeah. So Pat Connaughton and Bobby Portis both. I think if you have these two players, who do you prioritize picking up? You only have one player to pick up.
I'll go with Pat right now. Right. It just seems like he has a bigger role even when Chris comes back, because he's been used as a small ball power forward.
Yeah.
He's been used as a small forward backing up Middleton. He's even been used as a shooting guard. So he's been used everywhere, a jack of all trades. So I'll go Pat.
And Bobby Portis has always been a 6-man.
Yeah. And Bobby Portis
is
basically points and rebounds, right? And garbage time special guy.
Well, today I think he had a couple of blocks.
Yeah, 1 steal, 1 block.
Yeah, so that's is not too bad. There, and some of our feel good. Let's pick probably 1 or 2 here from the feel good players. Chris Paul moved
18
up,
assists.
Moved up, and helped me catch up on one of our leagues.
I'd ask you a question. I offered in one of our co-managed, I don't know if you saw it, I offered Chris Paul for Dame Lillard. Would you accept that deal? Because he rejected us.
We're offering.
We had Chris Paul. We had Chris Paul, and I was trying to get Dame. Would you accept that offer, or what do you think of that?
Probably not.
So you would keep Dame?
Yeah, okay. I will have a longer leash on Dame.
Okay.
Just put it there in the struggling list. They might just be struggling.
Okay. I wanted a fresh perspective because I was thinking...
No, it's not even a very low ball offer for a Dame.
Yeah, right?
Not even too bad. But yeah, I'll probably keep Dame. Just because he's a first round pick of mine.
Okay.
And it's just the second week, right? I mean, unless I'm really... Another thing is, where the standings, where that player, that manager is in the standings. If I'm in the middle of the pack and I still have Dame there struggling, then I'll probably just keep my Dame
Mm-hmm.
because it's too early, right? But if I'm at the last place and it's because of Dame, then I might think twice.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, those are my criteria.
Actually, because when I saw Chris Paul a while ago, I saw him looked really good. I wanted to rescind the offer because I was having second thoughts. I said maybe the manager accepted it. I didn't notice that he just rejected it outright
Yeah.
hours ago. So okay. I think yeah, I would keep Dame also. I would keep Dame. But Chris Paul is, I think, has a chance to be
Top 25.
yes, and I do not know that if this is really accurate, but I think he has a chance to be better than Dame this year. I think
Let's see. Hot
health.
take.
Let's say both are healthy for the
Yeah.
whole season. There's a chance. There's a chance he can be higher than Dame because I
Yes.
think he can be top 20, and I think Dame will not be top 10. I think Dame will fall down a little bit. So they'll be close. They'll be close. It will not be as far as we think it is.
Yeah. Let's see. Anyway, if you want to see the feel good players, you can check out the post we have every day. Just one quick trade of the day. Let's talk about this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So Jeff of Boy Basket messaged me asking for my opinion about this trade. Evan Mobley, Alperen Sengun for Fred VanVleet and Grayson Allen.
Evan Mobley and Alperen Sengun. Okay. Grayson Allen is a throwaway. Let's not. I mean,
For Fred VanVleet.
Yeah, he's valuable, but he's not. You should not include him in this evaluation. That's how we do things.
Yeah.
When the +1 doesn't matter. It's Fred VanVleet.
It's pretty much VanVleet. Grayson Allen at one point you could have dropped him or what.
Yeah. Is the question vetoable or not?
No, the question is who wins? Who wins that? Because it's so hard to evaluate players like Evan Mobley, right? Who is a rookie.
Actually, it's not Mobley that is hard to evaluate there.
Fred VanVleet.
It's Sengun. It's Sengun. Well, because I'll tell you why. Fred VanVleet already is in the top 25. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's already what we think he is going to be this year. He had a bad start. But he's already there. So he's going to be there. Evan Mobley, of course, no matter how good we think he is, he's going to be top 50 at most.
Yeah.
At most. So it's up to Sengun. Because Sengun is 150 something right now.
Yeah.
Because he's off the bench. But everybody's predicting the second half.
Yeah, second half surge.
Yeah.
We saw a glimpse of him starting today and it wasn't
not good. Yeah, that's the point. I mean, everyone has this. Sengun is very, very good. Yep. He's dominating practice. He's a Turkish League MVP. He's going to be second half. He's going to be top 60, top 50, top whatever. So that is the thing. What do you think of Sengun? That will depend. That me personally, I really am high on Sengun and I've been trying to get him everywhere. So for me, this is an okay trade. It's equal only because Fred VanVleet, I'm also high on VanVleet. That's why it's hard. So I'm high on all three of these players. So it's hard. If you ask me if I'm going to do this deal, no, because I'm going to keep my VanVleet. I'm a very...
No, he's going to get VanVleet.
Oh, okay. And then
so you'd like the VanVleet side.
I just like the certainty of VanVleet, but there
that's
is
what
a
I
chance.
told him. There's probably more certainty with VanVleet.
Yeah,
Mobley could be up and down throughout the season. I mean, they've been alternating good games with Jarrett Allen. Although he's been solid, Mobley has been solid.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, Sengun is a question mark. Probably this could also be a needs-based thing. Like he has a lot of bigs. He has Gobert there. He has so many bigs already that VanVleet might help him more with the points and the threes and some steals.
But there is a bigger than 40% chance that the Mobley Sengun side will win this trade after the season because of Sengun.
Yeah.
The Sengun is
True.
the big question
I think
mark.
Grayson Allen, although we're saying that he's a throwaway guy here, he's probably peaked already. You know what you get, and that's it. That's
it's
pretty
useless.
much it, right? Not really useless. You can use him, but not in this type of scenario.
I'd recommend him try to replace Allen with somebody else. I don't know. Maybe somebody more safe. The role will be more long term. Allen, because we know Dante, when Dante comes back, when Middleton, Drew comes back, maybe his value will be gone.
Yeah.
So maybe somebody more safe, and then I'm okay with that already. I mean, if I have Sengun, this is what I will be doing. I'll be trying to sell on the hype, right? I'll try to sell on the hype and the unknown with Sengun, because that's the allure, the exciting part. What can this guy be? This can be gold or this can be trash.
Yep.
But since it can be gold, I'll sell you this. It's up to you to find out what it is. For me, I'll just get the sure silver, right? I mean, I'm sure with this. So that's how I look at it.
There was another offer, Mobley, Barnes, and Sengun for Van Fleet and Barton.
No. That's much. Harrison Barnes or Scotty Barnes?
Scotty Barnes.
That's three. No. I mean, you're giving up your the three top rookies. I guess that's possible. I think I like the other one more. This one may be a little too much because Will Barton is good. He's gonna be good, but until when?
Yeah.
Until when will he be healthy? I'm waiting for the hamstring injury. That's a yearly thing with Will Barton. That's a yearly thing. That's tough. I would not take that deal. I would take this one. I would take this
Jeff,
2
if you're
forward.
listening, don't pull the trigger.
But he has set the benchmark, because I've been trying to get Sengun for different players. Now I know I have to offer a Van Vliet to get Sengun.
Yeah. And that's quite a high offer.
That's quite a high offer.
That's quite a high offer for someone you still don't know. Like I told him, with so much hype around Sengun, veterans and players from the opposing teams will really bully him and show him what it's like to be in the NBA. Like today, right? I mean, you already saw what happened today. I mean, he had a bad game, but I think players would try to bully their way, because it's the NBA. It's where the big boys play, right? And if you're really a big boy like Luka, right? Like Luka at 18, he can prove it later on. So we'll see. He's been good though.
Last one.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get him in one of our leagues. John Nicholas owns him. One of our friends.
Yeah.
He wanted Tyrese Haliburton. So you can see,
that's a lower.
But still, that's still
high.
At that point, I already passed. So imagine Fred Van Vliet. So right.
Yeah.
So there.
That's still high. All right, guys. So that's a good idea of where Sengun is. I think we'll talk more about trade of the day. We'll talk about some trades here, so you get some perspective on what value players are. Anyway, that's it for Daily Fantasy Quickie, and we will see you again tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bye.